What's up, y'all? Welcome to an all new episode of the Entertainment Plug. I am your host, James, and it's good to be back with y'all. It is a dope Saturday. The weather is actually looking really, really good. Glad to be here today, and I definitely have a lot in store for everybody. Now, I appreciate you guys for tuning in with me today. It's been a little bit of time, a little bit of work, a little bit of time getting to this point. And as some of you guys watching, at, I'm sorry, at home right now, are aware, um, this is our new home. We are new to KAZ Radio TV. So again, I am really excited to be here. This is a really, really huge moment, and I've definitely been looking forward to this. I've been building this brand of entertainment for quite some time now, and it's pretty dope to be able to join this family. Immense gratitude from my end, and I just want to say, listen, it's time to show and prove. We are definitely ready to turn the heat up a little bit. I want to take a quick moment to shout out, definitely the new viewers as well. I truly appreciate the opportunity before me to be able to provide you with some good entertainment. There's definitely a lot that you will be able to get here with the Entertainment Plug and with a little bit of my brands as well. Just to kind of give you some background on the brand as well as myself before we really get started with today's guest. Again, I'm James. I have a 20 plus year background in this business as a journalist. I've been with several platforms up until now, and for the last decade plus, I've been building my own mega platform, that being Urban Grandstand Digital. Through my platform, I host and produce several mini platforms, I would say. I interview various figures, and I go out and do a lot of media events, some of them local, some of them kind of nationwide. So I do travel around a little bit. As of late, my biggest project has been UG Digital Podcasting and Radio, which launched in August of 2023 with our premiere podcast, Transcending the Culture. You'll have time to learn a little bit more about Transcending the Culture and, again, my brand, Urban Grandstand Digital, over the coming weeks. And I really just wanted to kind of, give you a little bit of information, but you will have that time to be able to pick up on a little bit more of that. And, just different areas where you can see me. So I've spent more than 20 years nurturing relationships in this business, that being managers, publicists, artists directly, actors, and various executives. Because of that, there's literally no telling who you will see on this platform, but I do want you guys to stay tuned. So just a couple more things. You can follow me on Instagram at The Entertainment Plug. That is, obviously directly for this platform. You can also follow me at Authentically James. I am primarily on Instagram, so that's probably the easiest place where you'll find me. When it comes to social media, I'm mostly there. On Twitter is I am James Grant, and also the Ent Plug, so THENTPLUG. And then my website is www.ugdigital.com. If you go to that website, you can definitely find anything about the different things that I'm doing, where you can find me, different videos, that sort of thing, interviews, and that sort of stuff. My site is definitely up and running, but it's definitely under construction as well because I'm merging all of my sites together into one mega hub. But you can go there, you can check out everything and kind of look at what I've been up to, again, for the past 20 plus years. So it's definitely a lot of content there for you to really look at and then really get to know who I am and what it is that I'm doing and the projects that I've been working on. I do all of my own web production, so sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to really get things updated the way that I like, but it's definitely there. I also have a link tree, which is linked on all of my above social media accounts. But if you go to that link tree, which is linktr.ee/ it's the J spot. If you go there, then that will give you every platform that I have, any website that I have. Of course, all of my websites are becoming one now, but anything that I have, articles, press, media, or anything that I've been involved with, you will be able to find that there. So that's another avenue, but that will get you to everything. Lastly, I really want to shout out some of the people who have been instrumental and who have definitely been, major parts of everything that I've been doing. Definitely want to say what's up and shout out to Darrell Peart, Brandon Adams of A Miracle Marketing, Tangi, Ray the Rebel, he goes by, Nazy Nay, and Erwashonda Jacobs. All of these names, and I mean, there's so many others, but all of these people have been instrumental in helping me to get out what I want to get out media-wise and the different things that I want to do. Through their connections and through some of my connections, we have really been able to work together and get a lot done. So even as I move on and I join this new platform, I definitely want to make sure that I make mention of them, because if it were not for them, I may not even be here. So definitely grateful to them. And now just to talk a little bit about today's guest. I spoke just a couple minutes ago, just about being able to nurture relationships in this business. As a journalist, I have found, truthfully, that the relationships that I have and those that I'm really able to really build on and nurture, it really helps as far as the different things that I want to do out here. It's a big industry, but it's also a small industry. So if you don't nurture the relationships and, really do things the right way, it can hinder, anything that you want to do moving forward. So I've made it a point, being a part of the media community, to really build and nurture these relationships and, obviously do what I can to make sure that I'm helping them, and then they do what they can to help me. So the guy that we are having on today, really, really, really amazing artist. He's been out here for some time, but I think the thing that really struck with me and what he's doing is, number one, obviously this is his passion. So, I mean, he's really, really working at really building something based on what he loves and what he obviously has seen himself doing for his life. And that's the place that I'm in. Just kind of touching on me and my background. Again, I left my job a few years ago to really just do media. And it's been up, it's been down, it's been all around, but I would not change anything. I'm working towards everything that makes me happy in my life. And I know that that's where he is. And then the other piece of it is that the music that he has put together on the project that he has out, which we're definitely going to talk about, and I'll give you titles and all that stuff and where you can get it. And then he'll be here, of course, and he's going to talk about it a little bit. But when you listen to it, like you truly get that, like, this is his life. And when you've really gotten to know who he is and what he's about and what he's trying to do and where he's been in his life, and then you listen to the music, you see that his life is that music. Like, it's his music. So really, really a great guy. And then the other piece of it, again, touching back on building these relationships, he was one of the first artists who came on to Transcendent Culture. He's been supportive of that project. I see him popping in right now, which is cool. But he's been immensely supportive of that project and of the things that I've been doing. And like, that was our first time meeting. Like, we didn't know each other from holes in the wall. So it's like he came on board. He's been supportive. He's been helping. I came on board for him. I've been supportive. Like, he posts stuff on Instagram and I post back and forth and share and all of that kind of stuff. And then just his journey, like, I think that it really translates for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people can really relate to that. So we're going to get into a lot of that stuff. But just to kind of give you some small details about him, he's a North Carolina native. I'm going to say Greensboro just because of pretty much all the posts that I see, they say Greensboro. Oh, yeah. So from Greensboro. I actually have family down in Greensboro, too. I actually was down there at the end of December because my Fantasia is my cousin. So we were down in Greensboro for an event down there with her dad. But nevertheless, North Carolina native from Greensboro. He released his project, Drink the Music, to moderate success. Honestly, I feel like it was more than moderate success, but it's currently available on Spotify and on streaming platforms. I actually downloaded it on Spotify and I got it on Apple Music. So pretty dope project. Multiple hits in his catalog already, I believe. Love Yourself, Dancing in the Rain. 58 months of sober life. And I think that, like, beyond everything and the music and all of that stuff, like, that's like the most amazing thing, because like we all got some struggles out here. We all dealing with something, like we all struggling with something. And 58 months, like, we got to talk about that. And when you listen to this album, it's his life. Like I'm telling you, it's his life. Like, you got to listen to the project, and it's feel good music too. So I think what I dig most about him, aside from the music, is just the level of transparency, the authenticity that he provides in his work. You immediately know that it's him. You know that you're getting something real, something true, something authentic. And he's just an all-around good guy. So help me welcome Jay Timber to the platform. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm amazing, man. I'm really, really good. How are you?
Good. I'm golden.
That's good. That's Jill Scott terminology. Okay.
Come on now. Living my life like it's golden.
Absolutely. Listen, man, I gotta start off any interview that I do, I start off really just with a thank you. Obviously it's Saturday. It's a lot that you could be doing, you know, aside from sitting on a Zoom with me, but I think this is really, really major. Of course, you supported me with Transcending the Culture, and you came on that project, you know, as I was launching the podcast network and launching that podcast. And I thought that, of course, you know, I thought that was really amazing. I was immensely grateful for that piece of it. But then I have I've spent the past 20 plus years, like, really nurturing relationships with artists, like, when I connect with them, just to make sure that they know that I'm not just supporting them because they got a hot project right now. Like, I'm supporting them through life and everything else that's happening, and they have babies and they have other kind of stuff going on, and they deal with getting sober. And like, I think that's amazing. And the beauty is that of all of the things that we talked about when you came on Transcending the Culture, I don't feel like we really talked about you being at that sober life place. So then when I saw, like, wow, 56 months. And then you posted 57 months. And now you at, like, I think it's amazing, man. So all of that just to start off saying thank you, because, like, this media stuff is my life. And media has, like, a really, really bad rap right now. It's a really bad rap. And it's hard for a lot of artists and managers and publicists and across the board to really trust journalists and know if they're, like, sincere and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. But, like, I really, really appreciate the support. I appreciate the music. Like, I'm a music buff. So, like, I really, really appreciate the music and the strings and, like, all of that stuff. And I could tell that it's passion and you having a good time with it, which is what really draws me to it. I Uber, like, most of my days, and, like, I'm playing it in the car and people are like, who is this or what is this? And so, like, I'm sharing it, man. Like, I'm really working and pushing to get it out there. But I appreciate you for supporting and for the music and for everything. So thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm like we spoke last time, but, man, I'm just grateful to be able to. You know, I took all this for granted. You know, I don't have to have this. We don't have to have this time. Like, we are taking the luxury of having the time to sit on a Saturday and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's the blessing. So, like, I'm trying to see every little second is so important.
Yeah.
Yes, I got, someone might be calling. No, this is what I signed up for. This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
It'll go to, you know, you could get me on the message later.
Right.
This is important because if I give this all the energy, who knows what could come from this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously doing these Zooms, they came from the pandemic. And it's weird because I spent so many years before that trying to get people to do, like, a Zoom and, like, do a video call and that sort of thing, because I'm based in Cleveland. So, like, at that time, like, the city has grown tremendously now. So it's a lot of celebs here kind of at any given moment. But 10 years ago, like, I've been doing this since 2001. So, like, 2001, 2005, like, wasn't nobody here. So like most of the interviews that I was doing, whether it was with Sony, Universal, or whoever, it was over the phone. It was like over the phone or doing email or that sort of thing, unless I was willing to fly out or drive out. And I'm like, I ain't got no money to do all that. So I've been trying to get people to do these videos, and then in comes the pandemic, and it's like now everybody's doing Zoom and everybody's doing podcasts. Like, how do you like being able to sit at home and do interviews, or do you prefer to actually go out and do them?
Well, I've always been I want to see the whites of your eyes type of person.
Yeah.
Because we could gauge if I walk into the room and my energy is a certain way, you're gonna know it.
Yeah.
You're gonna know if I'm, a mean person. You're gonna know if I'm, so like those things are important. So, but with this, there's no excuses now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I have an ability, I have this gift. I have the internet to launch everything in every direction at any moment.
Right.
So, the thing that I've been talking about with my manager, with my team, like the work or the freedom that you're seeking is in the work that you're avoiding. And for me, it was, focusing in on the relationship, on the internet, and understanding like this is another lane now. This is a whole. And I could either just be, no one's listening to my music. Or I can go and engage and speak to you and see what do you got going on? Cool. And get to know. It's just like walking down the street. I don't have, but I don't have to. I can now just go be on my phone and see what's going on in Cleveland, what's going on here. And so I'm like, this is awesome.
I found that, I mean, obviously, I'm no artist. I've never been an artist, but I have found, as I look, I guess from the outside in, I feel like artists are more successful when they are engaged and they actually will do, the interviews and talk to people and whatnot. But you find a lot who I guess it's a job to them. So that kind of goes back to passion and that sort of thing. But yeah, I definitely think it's dope though.
Yeah, it's like understanding what you're wanting to get out of it. Like, I know what I want out of this, so I know what I'm willing to put in, and I know what I have to put in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at the level that I dream of, that I envision, I'm thinking Madison Square Garden, I'm thinking Red Rocks, I'm thinking Lollapalooza. Well, what's the blueprint that those artists are doing?
Right.
Well, all right. Well, it must be, let me try that, and it might work for me, but in my way, because it'll never be the same. I'll never be Justin Bieber. I'll never be any of those. But I could use the plan and, implement it my way, and hopefully people dig what I'm doing.
Right. So with me being on the new platform, my showtime shrinks down. So I know, so previously I was doing like 2 hours. We played music. We did all that stuff. Now it's kind of like straight to the meat and potatoes. So
hey, I'm here for it.
Which is cool. I'm gonna get to my questions real quick because I know we got about 13 minutes left before the show ends. But
okay, we could get it.
I'm working on this time though, man. I want to get into the project. And it's funny because I've been listening to it since you came on Transcending the Culture. And then as I listen to it more, it's like every day that I listen to it or every time I listen to it, I get something new out of it. And now that I'm, fully aware of your journey as far as becoming sober and that sort of thing, when I listened to it this morning, it was like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like my whole life, like it relates and it resonates to me because it's like the place where I'm at with doing media, regardless of what struggles and me working and me driving and all that other kind of stuff, like the place where I'm at, I've been waiting to get here my whole life. Like I've been waiting, and I'm 46 now, but I'm like, I've been waiting to get here my whole life. Like,
this moment.
Talk to me about that song and like how that directly relates to like your journey and becoming sober and getting this project out. And
yeah, I've dreamt of this every day. This is all I've thought about since I was 9 years old. This is it. I was in class making beats and stuff on tables, and Jonathan, could you please calm down? Okay, 1 second. Sorry. Making the class laugh, being, energetic. And, and I've just always, it's a fire at this point now. Like I don't know what else to do but to be the most me possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I feel so free. Oh, I feel so free just to like, I know that I'm not going to hurt anyone. There's no ill intention in anything that I ever do.
I get
and
it.
if there is, for someone to tell me, you know, hey, correct that. But you know, I'm just grateful. That's just it. Every moment of it. It's just, I've been dreaming of this my whole life. So now I get to live it. And, you know, there's a story of a friend of mine told me her son was playing with some building blocks and she walked by and she goes, are you going to be a builder when you grow up? And he goes, I'm a builder now. And I was like, yeah.
It's like you gotta kind of name it and claim it and manifest it
and speak it and walk in it. And if I'm telling you this is, I'm a singer, I know you want to leave me. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
So yeah.
No, I think that's dope. And then Love Yourself. I know that's the one that I tagged to the flyer when I posted it yesterday. Like, talk a little bit about Love Yourself.
That one's, you know, it's an understanding of, for me, it was like, let me fill my cup up and let it run over. Because once again, I know where my heart's coming from. I know my intention. So if I fill myself up with love and understanding and grace for myself, then we all project. So what I project hopefully will be that. And I want it to ripple. I want people to be around me and feel that love, feel that energy, and be like, oh, this is possible all the time. Because I've been in a place where I was always looking at the dark side of the mountain when I could have been over here looking at the pretty side.
Right.
So it's like, you have a choice. And yeah, that's really that.
Yeah.
Just loving yourself.
I feel like, I mean, I could go on and on really. And there's 7 songs here. I could go on and on with each song about like how it resonates and how it directly connects. Dancing in the Rain, Jamming in Heaven. And I'm not even really a reggae type of a guy, but like listening to Jamming in Heaven is like, okay, this is dope. Like this is really, really dope. Like, how, I guess I want to say, like, do you feel like becoming sober helped you with the project, or did the project help you with becoming sober? Because I know you didn't just record all of it. Like, I know you've been working on it over time. And
well, I mean, both simultaneously. You know, it focused. They were both pulling each other forward constantly, and so, you know, the drive, the want to be sober, also was firing as the want for clarity. And knowing that in the clarity, there's going to be better music.
Right.
And knowing that in the better music there. So it's like doing these little things for me to make it better for everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are things now? Like, this project obviously has been out there for some time now, 8-9 months, maybe a little bit longer. So where are you now? Like, are you just touring or?
Well, right now, so it's, let's see, I guess it came out in October. So it's only been what? October, yeah.
So 5
like
months.
what, 5 months, yeah. So I mean, right now, I mean, obviously releasing it at the end of the year, you know how the industry shuts down, whatever you want to call it. Blah, blah, blah. So for me, it was kind of like a soft launch, and now the spring is really its growth. You know what I mean? Like, I learned a lot over this time because I want to, you know, I'm doing this myself. You know, it's me and my team, and I'm still learning and trying to figure out who and what can don't do that and do that. And, you know, and so now it's just, we're planning on a tour. And it'll be just like a light tour, you know, just kind of getting to some certain spots and, you know, just touching the people and spreading love with it. So yeah, it's just kind of figuring that out and logistics. And I mean, I have visions of overseas and all that stuff. So it's like, you know, figuring out what it looks like, and then how do we go do that?
Yeah. What are you most proud of with this project?
It feels sincere. It feels like this is the most me I've ever been in my life. So that just feels awesome to know that that's what it looks like and be like, dang, okay, okay. All right. That's just it. It feels great.
Okay. The Good Watts. Talk to me a little bit about that. What is that?
So the Good Watts is it's just it's me and my best friend, my mentor in guitar world. His name is Joel Henry. It's a cover project, and we play around the Triad and really anywhere. We'll go anywhere to play. It's just 3 hours of good wattage, good energy. All the songs you want to hear, from Tom Petty to Bob Marley to John Legend to Prince and it's just 2 acoustic guitars. I play the cajon, which is an Afro-Cuban percussion instrument, and we sing and just try to make people feel good for 3 hours.
I've been seeing all these posts, about the Good Watts for like, the past couple months and several weeks and whatnot. And I'm like, is he in a group? I'm like, no, but he's got a solo project out. So
no, it was what was, paying the bills. It was like, I looked at, I wanted to get reps in, and that's how my friend and I, Joel, we figured we'd just get as many reps in as possible, and playing shows and being in situations and understanding what to do and getting in and out of stuff. And yeah, it's just been, now it's its thing. And, we played Grand Over Resort here in Greensboro. We've done events for Wyndham, and, it's grown into its own thing. It's just good energy. That's all it is.
Absolutely. I have to make sure that I get out to a show, man. Like I love the project. I like everything that I'm seeing. Like I definitely have to make sure that I get.
And if anyone's interested in booking, just message me on Instagram. And
yeah, absolutely.
We'll come to your city and have a good time.
What is the one thing that you feel like you want to leave people with today?
To be kind to each other, because we are all going through something. And your pain and my pain may be different. They may have come to us differently, but we both know what that pain feels like.
Absolutely.
And that's just it. Just be kind to each other and, appreciate all the little things, because the little things add up.
Absolutely. Listen, man, I appreciate you, man. Like I'm gonna keep following. I'm gonna keep tagging. I'm gonna keep sharing. I'm gonna keep trying to bring you onto the different platforms that I do.
I'm here for it.
Social media wise, J Timber Music, right?
Yep, J Timber Music.
Okay, and that's across all platforms, right?
Everything, yep.
Okay. Again, man, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
It was probably the biggest thing, like, for me to be able to bring you onto the platform as I relaunched the show, because I haven't done a show in like a month and a half. So like, it was really, really cool to be able to bring you on. I appreciate you in agreeing to do it. I appreciate Tangi, of course, because I reached out to her actually yesterday morning. I had this big lupus crisis last month, and I was down for most of the month. So I'm like,
I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah, man. I can actually say I'm 100% now, but it took me like a month to kind of get back to there. So I spent like all of yesterday and the day before yesterday trying to figure out, all right, who's going to be my first guest? Who's going to be my first guest? So I reached out to her. I'm like, J Timber, what's happening? What's going on? Can we get them on? She's like, it's done. So I appreciate you guys. Keep the music coming, man. I will definitely be looking for a show. I actually will be in Charlotte.
Okay.
Actually, Tangi's got something going on, so she's supposed to keep me posted. But I think I'll be down there March 16th or something like that. So,
okay.
I'm gonna look for you, man. I appreciate you. Any final comments or words or anything?
Just share the music. Enjoy the music and give it to a friend. I always say the record is a great 24 minutes to spend life.
All right, man. We were streaming live, so we're on YouTube, we're on Periscope, we're on Twitter. Like, we are across the internet. So it's out there. So cool. I appreciate you, man, and I'll definitely be in touch. That absolutely.
All right, man. You take care.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right.
So I think that was a pretty dope conversation, everybody. Again, that was J Timber. You guys can pull him up across social media. So regardless of what platform you're on, you can pull him up at J Timber Music. That's JTimberMusic. Really, really, really dope guy. The music is amazing. If you get any opportunity, definitely download the project. It is on Spotify. It is on Apple Music. 7 tracks, And as you listen to these songs, know that like they are directly related to what he's got going on. So I appreciate you guys. Again, I'm glad to be here. I'm happy and I'm appreciative of you guys tuning in. We'll be here for right now. I'll be doing every other Saturday. So we are out of here. You guys have an amazing day.